So everybody, I am going to try and live a normal life today by going to the coffee shop to hopefully do some editing as well as some schoolwork and hopefully get a lot of things done, because I feel like when I go to the coffee shop I am much more productive. So question of the day, do you feel like you are more productive when you go to a coffee shop or a library? Because when I'm at home I'm productive sometimes, but sometimes I'm not. It's more like 50-50 of how productive I am and also how I am not. But I am trying to get back to walking normally again. I am trying to mostly walk with my crutches. I am trying to walk mostly without like limping, and so when I limp I essentially have no crutches. The crutches give me support and stability to where I don't limp really, and that is good. Once I really start not limping anymore, I will start to walk a little bit more without the crutches. Right now I am walking right now without the crutches slightly, not super much. I mean, I am walking mostly with the crutches. I try to use them as much as possible because it is probably not super smart for me to be walking without the crutches. But it's crazy to think that 4 weeks ago I couldn't even walk. I was just unconscious because of all the pain medicines. I was on anesthesia, so I was always dozing off and I was just not in the moment. I was not in the present movement because I'm tired from the anesthesia, I'm tired from surgery, I'm tired from the heavy pain medicines they were giving me. And so now I'm able to walk and I'm able to be present in the moment right now. I'm also no longer feeling nauseous every time I eat, and no longer just feeling nauseous with every movement I take. I can also walk now. Like I couldn't even walk without feeling nauseous. Couldn't even walk because the slight range of motion I had. Couldn't even walk just because I had surgery. And now walking, I was like a few weeks ago I was walking with the thing and I couldn't put any weight, and now I soon was able to put half my weight, and it was easier to walk, and you move my hip and the range of motion got better and things got a lot easier. It was easier to get in the shower, easier to walk around, easier to cook food, easier to do the dishes, easier to do so many other things that I need in my life. Is it easy to run right now? No. Is it easy to walk necessarily? No. But I am getting better. Think that I couldn't even walk without crutches or a walker, or couldn't even walk really with that because I would feel too nauseous or my range of motion just wouldn't be there. Now the range of motion is so much better and I can walk actually without the crutches, but I preferably use the crutches for support. But I don't even have to. I can walk. I mean, I'll have a limp in my step, but I couldn't walk 4 weeks ago because I'd feel too nauseous. The range of motion was just terrible and I was just unconscious, uncomfortable because the pain was terrible. I mean, there is pain right now, but there's definitely less pain, I will say that. Right now we are on the second phase, essentially PT and rebuilding this hip back up. The first step was PT, which was to prevent scar tissue from forming as well as to prevent stiffness. Now we are at the phase of building strength back in the hip. Right now I am essentially doing that with PT, but I'm also doing that with walking. I mean, my quad is super weak, my hip is also super weak, that my knee caves inwards like crazily much more than it did. My knee also sometimes will hurt. My calf is also very sore from yesterday walking without the crutches and putting all my weight, because I haven't walked and put really any weight and walked without the crutches. Yesterday was my first day walking without the crutches in 4 weeks, so that's gonna take a big toll on my calves and everything like that. And then after the 4 weeks was up, I decided to walk without crutches, and that made my leg very sore, made my calf very sore, a lot more sore than I thought. I did not think I was gonna wake up with a sore calf from just walking, but I did. And I guess that's what 4 weeks of no weight bearing or really any walking without the crutches or just no walking does to essentially your leg. If you put no weight on any of your legs and you were stuck in a wheelchair for 4 weeks and you decide to walk a little bit more, I guess you will be sore the next day. But I am still lacking that motivation to do an extra PT session and do PT session at home and do editing and just school and just weight train and go to the gym and all that to kind of start rebuilding. And all I do is kind of want to sleep in late, which I have been doing. Kind of want to just play Madden, which I have been doing. I never really played video games, and now I am. I just kind of want to lay back in my bed, sleep all day. I'll lay back on the couch, just relax, watch TV all day because my motivation's not there. But you know, I'll get through this motivation default deal, and I'll get through what I need to get through because I'm able to walk again. And I really need to start setting my mind right. I need to set my determination right. So motivation only lasts so long. I need to get my determination back to do things, because you need to be self-disciplined, not motivation, because motivation lasts 4 weeks, but what keeps you going is self-determination, and I need that, and I need to start growing that back up too, because if I just stay on the couch and just sleep all day and lay in bed and play games and watch TV all day, well, I'm not gonna get my hip back, and I'm not gonna be doing as good as I want to, and I'm not gonna be feeling as good, and I'm not gonna be able to run, and I'm not gonna be able to bike, I'm not gonna be able to weight train, I'm not gonna be able to do any of that. And so that's why I have to start getting that motivation back, and soon self-discipline to be able to do what I want to do and start building back up, because I do really miss running. Missing running has really been a big toll lately, and really making my anxiety rise, my depression increase a little bit, because I really miss running. And I look back, like, it's been over a year since you officially did a run and a training block, because you don't really count your pain test run as a run, because that wasn't really a run, it was a test, and it wasn't really like a run, I guess you can say, and it wasn't a train block. And so I haven't ran since July 17th of 2022, and it makes me think, well, that's a long time, and you really wasn't consistent that whole 2021 year because of this hip thing. And so you really haven't really run since like January of 2021, and so you've basically been so inconsistent, and you're gonna basically have to start from ground zero, because first off, I haven't ran in such a long time. Second off is because of this surgery, and I have to restart my hip strengthening, my quad strengthening, my leg strengthening, because I've basically been sitting down, and so that locks up my hip. It also loses some muscle and some strength. Also, surgery kind of locks it up and loses some strength, and I basically have to start from ground zero and building strength and muscle and preventing that weakness, but also start from ground zero and fitness and return to running, and also just start from ground zero, because when I haven't ran in such a long time, I need to start building that foundation again of strength building, fitness building, and muscle building, because that's basically what surgery did to me, is just destroy everything. But I'm gonna go to the coffee shop, and I'll catch y'all guys later. Hopefully I am productive and get some work done. I want to thank you to one of my subscribers who sent the Starbucks gift card for me to be able to use the Starbucks gift card for a little bit of a treat, I guess you can say. But today is the decaf coffee day, because I only drink caffeine one time a week, and that is Saturday. I might start upping up my decaf though, I will say that. Instead of 1 cup a day, I might do 2. I don't know why, but I might just start doing that, because it just dawned on me, maybe I'll be able to feel better. But that's just a thought. I don't know if I'll truly up it up, but I am going to go to the coffee shop now. But yeah, we're gonna get through this. So see, that strength is still lacking. The strength is still not there, and still not where I want it to be. But you know, we'll get through it. Hey, the hardest part about this thing is moving the camera around and grabbing the tripod and everything like that. It is so much work for me. I mean, do you think I'm a cameraman? Obviously not. It sucks that I don't, but it's hard to move the camera around. See, like, I gotta like ramp and whatnot. Like right now, I'm carrying the tripod. I'm carrying the camera. As you can see, it's very difficult for me. As you see, like, the camera just moved weirdly. But that's what you gotta do when you don't film. I mean, you gotta come back and grab the camera. So yeah, let's finish where we started. So everybody, we closed off the day with the delicious veggie dinner with chicken, and it was super delicious. It was a barbecue chicken with some broccoli, some other veggies as well, because we know we need to get some micronutrients in. It was super delicious, but we had a very productive day. We basically stayed at Starbucks the whole day, completed 4 lessons at school. I did no editing, which is kind of bad, but I wasn't really in the creative mindset, so I didn't really edit, but I was in the focus zone of doing some school. So I did a live lesson in school, as well as doing 4 other lessons. So I have 49 lessons left in school, so I'm pretty proud about that. But we also did go to the grocery store after just to pick up a few items, and yeah, it was quite a good productive day. And yeah, it's actually the next morning right now, and we are about to head to PT. It is 6:45 or 6:37 right now. We gotta leave at 6:45, and yeah, it's gonna be our like 9th PT session, and it is recovery day 30. It is crazy to think that 30 days ago I was trapped up in a hospital bed, and now I'm walking. I mean, when I do walk without the crutches, my knee does get really, like, it's weird, and sometimes my hip will pop. I should have asked the doctor, like, why is my hip popping? I might ask the PT that today, as well as just asking him when we go back to him. But it is the next morning, and PT's coming up, so I'm going to get you the comment of the day, which the comment of the day will go to Gary Ritter. Great work, man. Your endeavor is all inspiring. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. This is from the Can I Survive 200 Miles on Zwift. You can go check that out. The link will be in the bio. And yeah, it was a great solid ride, and it was really amazing. It was really fun. It's crazy to think that was actually 31 days ago. That was a whole month ago, but that was an awesome ride. It was super fun, super mentally taxing, but I got through it. I knew it would be over soon, so I got done with it. I knew I had to just push through it because I knew it's temporary pain, it's temporary mindset, temporary mental stress. It's just everything's temporary. As you can tell, it is temporary because it's 31 days later after that. So when you are trying to push through a marathon or a super long endurance event, or even a hard speed session with high heart rate intervals and everything like that, you got this, because everything is temporary. Pain is temporary. Pain is just there, and it will not last forever. Only you will last forever. Your mindset has to be the one that tells your body, like, I am the one in control. I am not gonna quit, because what does quitting do? Quitting will last forever. Quitting is there, and once you quit, you'll feel a bunch of regret. And what happens if you keep on going, keep on pushing, and face that temporary pain? You will feel happy. You will feel a sense of achievement. And that is what running does to me. It's a sense of achievement. If I quit on myself, I would regret it forever. But if I push through the temporary pain, because it is temporary, pain is always temporary. Your mindset has to control that fact and be like, it is temporary. It only lasts for so long. I will be soon done with this and eating soon, or relaxing, watching a movie and whatnot, and be out to eat, eating a pizza or whatever, and feeling that sense of accomplishment as well. It's gonna be 2 weeks later since that soon. And so you have to come to realization that pain is temporary. Pain is not there all the time, and it's only gonna last for a short period of time. And while quitting will last with you forever, quitting is gonna always be there. Like, you're gonna be like, why did I quit? Why did I just give in and let my mind take over? Because that is something that will happen to you. Quitting will literally be with you forever. Okay, let's say your goal is a sub-3 marathon. Okay, you conquer that goal, and you'll feel happy and a sense of achievement after. A few days later, you might be like, oh, I achieved a sub-3, but what's next? You're always looking for what's next. But if you literally quit in the middle of the marathon just because your mind gave in, not necessarily because of an injury, not because you bonked or some other thing, it's because your mental toughness gave in and be like, I can't do this, and so you give in and you don't even complete the marathon. It'd be better if you just finished the marathon and didn't get your goal, because that would essentially not be quitting. That would face in all the odds that you have. But if you ran a marathon and you actually didn't even finish the marathon and you quit on yourself, that's gonna stick with you forever. You're like, why did I quit on myself? Oh, a year goes by. I mean, if I didn't quit on myself, I would feel so much better. And so quitting will always stick with you, while actually doing something and progressing through and getting through that mental toughness will be with you forever. So yeah, anyways, make sure you seek happiness, achieve goals, and find glory. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.